You're live, ladies and gentlemen. You are
We
once
are
again welcome
live.
to the King Dems
Hey,
podcast, and I have with me
hey, Dems,
today,
man. I'm excited. I'm
whoa,
excited.
triple VIP, no stranger to the podcast, short and Bambam, Hotusing.
Hey, man. Thank you for having me like always. I appreciate you wearing that shirt. I am Miami. Like we'll talk about March 22nd. I'll be there in Dirty Boxes to show why I am Miami. But when I say I am Miami, I mean we are Miami because I couldn't get to where I'm at without you and people like you. So, Dems, I appreciate you, man. For real. God bless. Thanks for having me on the platform.
Love
Love.
and respect to you always, my brother.
And gotta have
I
my
call you my
Cuban coffee. Might need a Cuban woman in my life. I don't know. More headaches, but let's get to it.
whoa, more headaches. You know something? Before we talk about the headaches,
Yes, sir.
let's let's take some painkillers. So the headaches are not are not gonna be massive. You are the all-time leader in appearances on this podcast. You
Hey,
just
I
you
appreciate
just got a
that.
hat trick. You just got a hat trick today, and I think the Guinness Book of Records owe you an award. They owe you a plaque. It's coming soon to you, brother.
Hey, no, listen, I love being on the platform though. Honestly, you make it feel like home. And when the whole city of Miami tried to act like I wasn't this great person or whatever it was that we all went through together, you let me share my story. So for that, I'm forever grateful. But yeah, I probably have been on the platform, and every time we do numbers, man, I love you and your fan base. They make me feel like I'm actually a superstar. But I'm just a regular guy trying to be a good dad. Bella, daddy loves you.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Shout out to Bella always.
Bella.
And I really hope we are able to, break some records today as well. You are all-time leader in appearances. Can we shoot for all-time leader in views? Let's see.
Hey,
I know the people
I
love
do a lot of
Bambam.
views when we do it because it's because you're real, you're organic, you're authentic, and that's what I try to surround my brand around: real, raw, and organic and authentic. And every time, man, our conversations, you don't put a lid on me, you don't try to handicap me, you let me speak my mind, and I'm just gonna speak truth like always. But honestly, man, we've been through a lot. You've seen the ups and downs, the this, the
The peaks and
that,
troughs.
like trials and tribulations, and that's what life is about. Like at the end of the day, today is today, tomorrow's tomorrow. We got to wake up as men and do what we got to do. Man up.
Definitely. Peaks and troughs. And of course, ups and downs. There's a lot. And of course, you talk about how I let you be yourself, be authentic, be unplugged and unfiltered. And that is something I appreciate. Your authenticity is is not to be questioned. You are yourself always. And of course, you're not the king of Miami, but you are my whoa. And of course, I'm really, really happy with how we've been able to kick up that I am Miami movement, the hashtag. It's a very, very authentic, genuine movement. And of course, I hope we're able to, use that to achieve positive impact, in Miami and of course outside of Miami, the globe basically. But there is a lot that has happened between the last time we spoke and now. You are on the other side
Yes.
of the pond, and of course, I am your brother from, the other side of the pond, London, England, way to Miami, Florida. There's been a lot of waters that have crossed the bridge, right? So where do we start from? Where do you want to start from?
Oh, where do I want to start from? Oh, that's amazing. No, it's funny because, and now we've done it so much. I try to let you talk and not be so emotional and passionate. But when you said about me being myself and raw and organic, for example, they used to criticize me for everything I did on Instagram. Now they all want to be me. They all walk around with big chains. These chains, I just told my friends, let me borrow it for the podcast because I'm really real like that. I was like, yo, let me borrow your chain. Let me borrow your chain. These guys be buying fake jewelry. My partner is not a fake jewelry, but he let me borrow it for the podcast. But they act like there's some trappers and some rappers, and then they're holding mitts, trying to be good people. Like everything they were criticizing. Before you saw the last camp, they said I was on drugs or I was acting clean for the internet. Where are they now? I don't even know. Do they get a fight? Who's the one every day, day in and day out? But they criticized and they hated and they said my Instagram antics was bullshit and now they all want to be me. posting boring ass content. Listen, it don't matter if you got a gold chain. Nobody wants to see you hold mitts, bro. Nobody. People want to see me hold mitts. They don't want to see you hold mitts because they're all fake. So when you say real, raw, and authentic, you've been with me since the beginning because I'm real, you're real. Everybody that talks crap, now I see them on Instagram. And I'm like, ugh, disgusting. They were saying that everything that they said, I'm still here. And I'm the one about to fight December 22nd. And like before, I was the one that travels the world. And I'm the one on these platforms. And I'm the one that does this and all that. And they don't do nothing. What happened? I got robbed at the Hard Rock in that last fight. Just like all your fans know I won. The city of Miami knows I won. So now the whole city is behind me. When you say that I am Miami, and that's why when you made it a hashtag, it gave the community something to get behind. Nobody needs me, but I'm not the only baby daddy going through problems. I'm not the only fighter that's been robbed. I'm not the only father that misses his kids. And once I started realizing that, I started being a voice for the people. People that might have their heart broken, I don't get my heart broken. But people that got their heart broken, they can speak to me. Baby fathers that missing, they baby mothers, I tell them leave them. But if they miss their kids, fight for them. Like I was thinking I'm the only one going through all these stresses. I'm not. So when I say I am Miami, we are Miami, I got a lot of, for example, everything that people said about me that was a lie has now came over and been beneficial to me because I got more support than ever. But before I spoke to anybody, I needed to speak to you because I stick with my day ones.
Well, day one. Definitely. I'm grateful. Yeah, I think that's the right word. I am grateful to have witnessed this evolution of yours. Bambam is more than just a fighter. Bambam is a brand. Bambam is a movement, and of course, with every movement, with every great brand, with every great person, every great personality, every great entity, every great company, every great organization, there will always be a chat of ups and downs, peak and troughs. And it's always good to stick with those people who ride through the good times and the bad times with you. And I can always assure you that you've got a brother in me on the other side of the pond who would always, be by your side. And I know you very much appreciate that. And that is why you have been a very big loyalist and supporter of the brand, right? It's something I appreciate.
Yes, and I appreciate you guys too. You and everybody that watches. I do appreciate it. That's one thing about me. You know, I'm actually grateful. These people are not really grateful. These are the type of people that go to jail and be so scared and then they find God and then get out of jail and then they lost God again. These are the people that act grateful for their benefit. I've been the same person since before you met me, since I was 16 and I'm 36 years old. I've been the same. It's probably not a good thing. I should probably grow up and stop being a big kid. But at the end of the day, I am original. And everything that they said about me, you're here, was a lie. It was a lie. So March 22nd on Dirty Boxing, when I come with the whole community supporting me, I plan on getting like every other time, stealing the show. Headline, Yoel Romero will be headlining. It's a blessing to be on his card. Yuli, known as the Monster, a real OG in the game. And what do I always do and tell you? Pay homage to the OG. I'll fight anybody. Nobody's gonna touch me, but I respect everybody and people that did the blueprint and showed me the way. And I'm just trying to cause chaos and stay calm in the center of that ring. Dirty boxing, I think it's made for me because it's gonna get dirty. I'm fun to be sucio. That means dirty in Spanish. Sucio. That means dirty.
Okay, the last time we spoke, you were in the BKFC, and I remember there was a controversy about somebody stealing something from your bag after that split decision lost
Yes.
to
But just to clarify,
the
after that split
Nicaraguan guy.
decision, yeah, after this split decision, somebody did steal my bag from somebody. But when I called them and I told them it's my bag, I need it back, they gave it right back. So I have no issues with nobody. The person they stole it from, I don't even really want to speak on. I have no hard feelings. I love everybody, especially since I met you through him. But I don't know what people are doing with their lives because I got to focus on me. I still am in the BKFC. The only thing is, Dems, like I said, you know, when I could have been doing bodyguard work, I said, I'm not going to go make this money. I'm going to go chase my dream. I went to California for the BKFC, and my opponent pulled out the weigh-ins, was the worst financial. It put me in a hole for 4 months because, honestly, I'm still owed money, but it is what it is. I charge it to the game. But I didn't get paid for fighting. Because he pulled out. So I actually probably should have been in France being a bodyguard. But no, I want to be the world's greatest fighter. And I'd rather live like a 17-year-old kid, broke as hell, just to prove I'm the best, which was probably stupid. So my point is, I can't sit around and wait. I fought, I had that split decision. I don't know, one judge had it 49-46, the other two had it 48-47. I just tell everybody you can just go watch the fight for yourself. And every single fight of mine, I fight the same way. I'm going to dominate just like I'm going to dominate March 22nd. But I didn't fight December, and if I just sit here, I'm only going to deteriorate. I like to get going and be active. Active fighters are the best fighters. Plus, if I'm trying to make money fighting and I don't fight, my daughter doesn't eat, or I get late in child support, however you want to look at it. So I couldn't sit around and wait. Now, yes, BKFC did want to have me on March 27th, but they told me too late. Mike Perry reached out. He's my friend personally. He's the king of violence. I was invited to the Dirty Boxing private event, and this is their first public event. It's going to be an amazing show. And of course, they have to have Bambam. Just like when BKFC had BKFC prospects, they brought Bambam. I was their first post on their Instagram. I'm basically their first post on Dirty Boxing after Yoel and Yuli, the only two bigger people on the card than me. So it's really going to be easy to steal the show when I go in there and I knock his ass out.
Wow, interesting. I really don't know the nature of the contract at the BKFC.
I'm not on a
Like the
contract. They
UFC.
just give me one fight deal every time I fight, and I keep it moving.
Okay.
That's why.
So
So it's
so
not
it
like I'm on
means
a contract or nothing. Yeah.
oh wow. So
And like I
you're free
said,
to
like the
fight
whole fight game, I don't want
dirty
to
boxing.
get banned, but the whole fight game is funny, you know. So like, I don't even think they're real fighters. I see people quitting on the stand. I see them, man, they suck. They really suck. And I don't want to do too much talking. I want to be more action. But when you see me fight, it's always action. Everybody that watched our fight, that you said that you was watching with your people, and I seen you at parties, they know I won. But it's my own fault for not knocking his ass out. 6 months I lived depressed as hell because two judges. But like my people tell me, how can I let another man judge me if they never walked a mile in my shoes or ran 6 miles in my shoes? So I got over it. But I want to right that wrong. So in 11 days, Dirty Boxing, I'm gonna get sucio. It's gonna get dirty, and I'm gonna win in extravagant fashion. Like every fight, you see Bam fight, ooh, ah. It's always gonna be the same thing, and that's what I do.
Interesting. I do have a subscription on the BKFC app, and I did see
What's
that
up
fight
with it?
live.
Because I $7.99, I'm subscribed too, but now you gotta get dazzling. I don't know what's going on. I've been trying to watch some fights, but hey. I do know that my event for Dirty Boxing will be on YouTube. For anybody that can't make it, it'll be on YouTube Live. And I personally, if you can help me out, I say come support me. But I don't want nobody ever to lose no money over me. You can watch it on YouTube and grab some popcorn, grab a soda from your local 7-Eleven. And I'm about to knock them out in about 7 to 11 seconds anyways. Then go to 11 with like 7 women that same night. 11 is a strip club in Miami. And you know how I do it, Dems. I'm not lying.
Okay, back to my thoughts on the fight. I did watch that fight live, and I did a review later on. I think he won the first round, but you won clearly rounds 3, rounds 4, and round 5. Round 2 was quite close. So, as a judge and being objective, not because I support you or I support the I Miami movement, would be on the side of the dissenting judge. I at best would score it 48-47 in favor of you, just to put that on record. Anybody can go watch that fight. The fight is available on the BKFC app. I don't know where else it is available, but
Oh, it's right there. It's
facts and stats.
7.99. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
available
facts
on
and
the
stats are
BKFC app.
very, very important. Facts and stats are very important to
If you look at the
state.
stats, you can see I won. I landed at a higher rate. I barely missed. Like, the numbers don't lie, but you know what? What doesn't kill you make you stronger. And I had to live with that pain, and I get to release all that energy and all that animosity I got in 10 days.
Interesting. Before we talk about the dirty boxing debut, I got to meet you through Merc season, and of course,
Yes.
I really love
Shout out Merc.
your
Merc is an amazing human being, has an amazing family. Shout out to his daughter Bailey.
love and respect to Merc. I love that partnership, the brotherhood, the Bash brothers. Am I correct? That's the
Yeah,
Bash
yeah,
brothers.
yeah, 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 yeah. He
Yeah,
was
but
with
then
me in Cali when my opponent pulled out.
oh wow, you were talking about the bag earlier. You said what it was stolen from him.
Yeah,
But
yeah, he had
how?
my bag. He had my bag, and then that happened where he had got into an altercation, and they took the bag, but it was my bag, and then they gave it back. So, but yeah, he had an altercation that day at that thing. But it's like a touchy subject, so it's kind of like, I try to stay away from it.
Well, how did you feel
But
about it? Because
how did who feel
it
about it?
would uh, Merc. How did you feel about him having that back stolen from him? It must have maybe
I
touched some
mean,
nerves, some
I heard
emotions.
it. Yeah, I heard. Yeah, how would anybody feel if somebody forcefully took something from you by a group of men? I don't think anybody would like that. But definitely you should have Merck on the podcast so he can speak on it because I don't want to. He's my brother always. I wish him well. I don't know, if he's going to be fighting the BKFC and the BYB. I just hope he stays healthy. And I got nothing but love for Merck, to be honest. I got nothing but love for Merck.
Okay, another shout out to Merc Season. We love you and we respect you a lot. Now, talking about that transition into Mike Perry's dirty boxing, there's a lot of hype around it. I know you're Romero, ex-UFC fighter. That guy is a phenom. He is a freak of nature. And of course, headlining the event. Do you want to talk about the event, the prospects of that fantastic style of fighting, and of course, touch on the rules? Yeah, the rules.
Yeah, well, like I said, Mike Perry, he started his own league. He had a private event. He invited me. It was amazing. Now this is his first public event. It's gonna be an amazing event in Coconut Grove at the hangar. It's an amazing, amazing spot. We already know Mike Perry, he's the king of violence. So when he called me and see if I want to be part of it, as the prince of violence, I said, put me on. Now, did I do any negotiating? Like, hey, I want this much. I basically said, me nuts and potatoes. I don't need no money. I need anybody that will actually show up to fight me because I need to right this wrong. So I'm making just enough to pay for my medicals, pay for my gym membership, and buy 2 Kit Kats. But it doesn't matter because all I need to do is right that wrong from my last fight. Now, the rules are when you're standing, obviously no kicking, but you can throw elbows. When I hit my opponent in the face and he falls, I won't have to stop. I can continue to hit him. If you remember my
Ground
first
and
fight in
pound.
the BKFC, yeah, I was disqualified for what's super legal in dirty boxing. So dirty boxing, daddy's home. Just know that.
Oh wow.
And you
So
can
so
clinch,
what do you?
and you can clinch, and you can clinch a little bit. In
Oh,
the
you
clinch
can clinch.
to work to the elbows. If it gets too dry, they will split it. But there'll be no dry spots when I come to fight 22nd.
Wow. So it's a form of a refined version of MMA because if
Yes,
you
yes,
have ground and pound allowed, that's MMA without the kicks.
yes, yes, yes.
How about a little bit of jiu-jitsu since clinch
No,
is allowed?
yeah, no, there's no
You can
no
have
jujitsu.
submission.
No, 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 no. Just ground and pound, boom, boom. And if he blocks you or grabs you or stands up, that's it. But if you finish him, you finish him. But no,
Oh
there's no
wow.
jujitsu, no jujitsu.
It is. It sounds quite exciting. Quite an
It is
exciting
exciting.
style
It's
of
dirty
fighting.
boxing. It's Mike Perry. Mike Perry's an exciting fighter. Mike Perry just had a big fight against Jake Paul. Boxing is different than bare knuckle. Obviously, he would kill Jake Paul in bare knuckle. Boxing's boxing. You gotta respect it. Talking about boxing, You know me, I am the best bare knuckle fighter, the most viral bodyguard. So I had to leave that other gym that I was at, and I came over to a place called Alpha Pro Center. They also opened their doors, show me nothing but love, let me do my thing. Like I told you, my coach even let me borrow this chain for this podcast because we all got a vision. You get what I'm saying? Teamwork makes the dream work. In this gym, we got a 24-year-old boxer. He's 5-0. His name is the Cuban Sniper Dion. He's at 170, 6'2". Talented, talented. The sky's the limit. And he's my day in and day out training partner. And sparring is sparring, but I'm getting ready. This gym also has a fighter from Venezuela named Padilla. Just fought on a big card. These boxers are top of the top, and it's good for me to smell how they move, see how they move, and I'm just ready to be vicious. And shout out to the owner of the gym, Rodolfo. Like I told you, he let me borrow this. I'm not fake like these guys. These want to be trappers. These want to be rappers. No, we got a business, and I'm the business at this moment. So we got to make the business look good. Teamwork. There's no bosses in a real team. But I'm just right now in student and fighter mode, not in that big bam bam viral bodyguard. I'm just humble and I'm ready to perform and right that wrong that I've been sleeping with every night, that pain in my heart. That's why don't even have no heartbroken from women this time. It's all from September 13, 2024. The pain, the pain, the pain.
Wow, no pain, no gain. It's all part of the process. But before we touch on the pain from that last fight, a quick one on the dirty boxing. What kind of gloves are used in
Last at the
the league?
private event, there were 5-ounce gloves. This time, the new rule, they're 4-ounce glove, which is basically MMA gloves. I
MMA
come from
gloves?
MMA. No gloves, gloves, socks. It doesn't matter. Bam Bam is going to brawl. And I'm going to put on a show for the people, and I'm super excited. If you want me to ask you about, if you want me to ask your next question for you, what do I think of my opponent? His name is Psychopath. Seems about right. Give Bam Bam a psychopath. The last guy I fought, he was a murder. He murdered somebody. These are just facts. He murdered somebody. Bam Bam doesn't have easy fights, but I am the boogeyman. So this guy's psychopath, a great MMA fighter. He's been in bare knuckle. He actually fought to a draw with a guy that beat my last opponent that I also beat, but the judges decided differently. So this fight makes a lot of sense because once I knock his ass out, and any other fighters in the past can always get a rematch. And, you know, I'm not running from nobody, but I'm going to finish on the 22nd my job against that guy. He's a good, tough fighter. He's going to come. Nobody wants to take an ass whooping. So I'm pretty sure he's going to defend himself, and I'm going to make him feel defenseless.
Wow, there's a lot of pain and there's a lot to let out. And I guess we can turn this into a therapy session.
It always is like therapy. It always is. It always is. It always. But when I bust my elbow through his nose, that's the therapy that I really need. December, Dirty Boxing, March 22nd.
There's a lot to unpack here. It
There is a
really
lot to
hurts.
unpack.
It really hurts, when you see your hard work, taken away from you due to decisions from people who
We've talked about it. Sorry to cut you off. About judges, man, how they could take money out of your pocket
Mhm.
or
and take food
promotions.
off your
For
table.
example, I should be 2-0 in the BKFC like I planned, challenging anybody for a world title. I've been moving backwards in my mind. No, my coaches, my family, you're doing great. You know, the disqualification didn't matter. This, that, all that is crap. Once I do what I gotta do here, I'll feel good again. Be right back on the right track, get one big win, and I'll be a champion sooner than you think. Because the plan didn't change. Because all you gotta do is look at the fights. I don't move like a guy that's lost. I move like if I'm 2-0. And even in sparring, I barely get touched. Or maybe it's the head here, and I don't feel it, but I don't ever. I'm in another level right now. And now we got elbows. For example, elbows and ground and pound. Ground and pound in my first disqualification, I kill him. I win. And I don't have no dry spots against this tall, lanky guy. When I'm there, I can bust him with an elbow. And there's so many more things. But when agreed to fight him, not at 185, at 180, because he wouldn't fight me at 185, with these two limbs, it is what it is. I take it on the chin. But I'm better than ever. And these guys they're all deteriorating. I'm only aging like fine wine.
Well,
No, I'm saying,
the
where are they? Are they fighting? I don't see. Oh, well, now I see them on social media posting boring ass content. It's actually pathetic because everything that they said that I was doing, now they're trying to do. Like, brother, listen, nobody is going to buy your tickets whether you post that you got tickets or you don't post you got tickets. You know why? Because you guys are boring, unreal, unorganic, not authentic. You get me? That's why I bothered them so much because everything we did was real, raw, organic. Um, like I said, like they want to play tough guys. They want to do this. They want to do that. I could never tell somebody, I'll fight you, but at this weight. I'll fight you, but this, it's all bullshit. And I feel bad that I didn't bring the win last time for me and you. So we can have a winner on this page. That's why dirty boxing, I will make sure we're gonna have a viral highlight clip. And on there, just so you know, minus Yoel and Yuli, I'm already the biggest star. So I got high expectations and I won't let nobody down. I'm gonna over deliver and over promise and come through with what I'm saying. I'm telling you. And just so you know, they're 3 minutes. The bare knuckles 2 minutes. They kind of go a little fast, running around, boom, boom, and now the time's up. You get what I'm saying? 3 minutes to be in there with me. 3 minutes is a long fucking time.
and how many rounds?
Three. But I shouldn't need more than 5 minutes. But I might get them out in the third. I'm telling you, I'm ready. My coach is ready. My gym got me ready. My sparring partners got me ready. And at the end of the day, this is what I want. You get what I'm saying? Everybody was like, why did you go fight in the dirty boxing? You should have waited to fight in the BK. Man, you do not live in my head. My demons, they want to fight. I need to show y'all how I'm good. Why do you think? I don't know if you knew, I got Bambam bras. I'm running my own fights now, using my light to show it to show off amateurs coming up, other fighters. I'm the referee. I'm the host. I've already had 2 successful events, December 13th and last week. Like I am becoming a brand like always. But before it was a bodyguarding brand, but now I'm a fighter, and a lot of people look up to me. But you wouldn't believe it if you were to listen to all the crap that they said before. But you can only say so much bad things about me till you realize, damn, they're lying. Why? Because they're inferior to me. They're scared of me. I don't know why, because I'm not even thinking about them. But they are bothered by my hashtags, my music, and that's to let you know how weak they are. But hey, I'm just excited, man, and I'm grateful for you to have me on this platform. Like I said, I'm grateful for life. I'm grateful for this gym, and I'm grateful for the sparring partners around me.
Gratitude is good attitude, I always like to say. Well, how have you been able to use the pain from the loss to fuel yourself with motivation to get this win in the dirty boxing debut?
I use, man, I have high expectations because just like I actually thought I lost that fight because I expect to knock everybody out. So if I don't knock your ass out, I feel like a loser anyways. I did try to knock him out for 3 straight rounds after I saw he wouldn't come to me. But if you look at the numbers, I still scored more points. I hit his body 25 times. I did the more complete performance, but I should have just knocked his ass out because I have high expectations, just like I knocked my first opponent out in the BKFC. But the fact is, I really was expecting to be 2-0 trying to fight for a title. So I'm so far from that in reality because I'm a realist. I need to stack a few. You know, it is what it is. And it starts right now in dirty boxing, but just every day in the gym. Like, you never know. I might be 2-0 and I might have got complacent and said, no, I'm going back to bodyguarding, which I probably should, but I dedicated my life to go and give the best version of the fighting version of me. Um, like I'm living like a 17-year-old kid. I'm basically living out the gym, you know. But my coach tells me I gotta go because this is not a hotel. But sorry, but hey, I got nowhere else to be. My demons start talking like, "Oh, you could do more. You could do more. You could do more," and we're gonna do more. We're gonna do more. Like sparring today at 7:30. I feel bad for whoever stands in front of me for 6 rounds. How many rounds you doing? 8 rounds. 8 rounds. My coach likes me to do 1,000,000 rounds, but it's no problem. I do it without my heart rate even racing.
Whoa, that's a lot of motivation for this one. And of course,
Nah, I'm excited,
I
Dems. I'm excited.
I wish for you the very best, for you to get what you want, because you really deserve victory. But
And that's the good thing about
let's talk
fighting.
about,
It's nobody's responsibility but mine. It's in my own hands.
and of course, you got to take the law in your hands this time.
Of course. Yes.
So outside of the world of fighting, what's been happening lately?
You trying to get into that combo? Look. Listen, it's the same thing, bro. I don't know if I got a thing for women with long black hair, about 5'2", and when they say things like papacito or nene, I think I figured out that's the problem. I found out when they call you papacito and nene, they say that to everybody. And that's when it upsets me because I'm not special. But you know what? I get treated like every other man. We get walked on, walked over, overlooked, underpaid. But that's what makes us men. So you know what? I'm fighting for baby fathers, single fathers, fathers that are depressed, men that are depressed, people hooked on drugs. Like, if y'all need somebody to talk to, you can reach out to me. I could be a drug addict. I could be a homeless guy on the street. I could be anything. That's why when you're up, you got to be grateful. And when you're down, hey, you just got to keep pushing, man.
Whoa, you keep talking about the women. The last time I
Now, I like
asked
talking
you,
about women, but this time it's like I don't even want to give them too much credit, you know, because man, women is fun, but there's nothing fun happening in the next 10 days of my life. I got dirty boxing. That's just serious business. I feel like a failure by losing my last fight, and there's nothing worse than feeling like a failure as a man. That's just the reality of it, Dems. I fucking hate that I lost. Because my first one, I know it's disqualification, but the guy left in the ambulance. It's okay. This guy, he lived. Now, he's a good fighter, and I'm good too, but he'll never in his life beat me again. Um, and I'm gonna be on his ass for the rest of my life. And my performance on March 22nd will show. Will show. But you can just look on Instagram. I go to any gym, go against their best fighters, their worst fighters. These guys don't leave their basement. They don't leave their basement. Like these guys, these you got the people that were all against me. I mean, I can't be mad. I'll just say this. I need some new haters because the old ones are starting to like me. There you go. I'll leave it like that because I don't want to, push away anybody that wants to support me. And that's why I don't even want to attack women because I got a lot of women fans. Sometimes I go crazy, telling them that they're entitled because they get a few likes. There I go. I can get started because I can get started. But you know what? I'm really just worried about coming and sparring at 7:30 and whooping someone's ass or a few people's asses. Is that straight? Can I whoop some ass? I need that. Hey, Dems,
the
I'm
last time
gonna
you
knock his
on,
ass out.
the last time you on, I asked you a question. What is the most painful thing a woman has done to you? As the answer to that changed.
Nah. That was a good question. What's the most painful thing a woman has
Well,
done to me? Nah, like I said, it was just even longer now since our last podcast would be, when I had a kid and I was just used to coming home and seeing my daughter. But more than to make that about the women, let's make it about the men. I was so sad because, oh, my daughter, this, that. I'm not the only one going through it. And once I started realizing that, it helped me heal. And
mm,
now I'm in a position where since I'm not no fake guy and I say the truth, people like can relate. Like, hey, I've had my heart broken too. Hey, I would miss my daughter too. And then I look at some situations way worse than me. And I'm like, woo, because I only got one kid. Imagine somebody with two, for an example. It's already worse. Now you're missing two. So, really, instead of talking about the women on this one, I want to talk about the men. Because you should know as a man, nobody gives a damn unless you win. And even when you win, they still don't give a damn about you. As men in general, yes, I could tell you women got their heyday from 19 to 26. Men are making themselves from 19 to 26. We start evolving from 34, the numbers say, and the women are deteriorating. But I don't want to say that. I've said it enough. But if a woman, nah, I'll just do it. I'll give you something. You ready? Listen. Don't be coming to me when I wanted you when you were 19 to 26, and now you 33, and now you've been ran through like a track and field, and now you want to settle down, and now you want me to take you. What happened when you was 25 and you know things like that? Well, no, she wanted a guy that was established and all this, and while we're at that age, we're trying to establish ourselves. So, it's unfair world for men. Plus, we're in 2025. Women, they make money now. And they make a little, sometimes doing some things, more money than men. So they be thinking that they bosses. But at the end of the day, all that runs out. And when they hit their dirty 30s, no pun intended on dirty boxing, but when they hit their 30s, like, that's not the time I want to settle down with you. I wanted to settle when you were in your 20s. Hold up, because it says no battery. Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. But as a man, life is hard. You get what I'm saying? Life is hard. Women, so if you don't drive a nice car, they say that you're not a real man. They don't want to look if you own the home, if you own the car, if your AC or your roof is leaking, but you're a homeowner. He's got a chain on. He's got a chain on. He's got some Instagram followers. Oh, man, it's all goofy. A lot of things is goofy. And but hey, I'm gonna let women like what they like, and I'm gonna let men do what they do. But for example, I'll tell you this: a man that holds the door every time for a girl, right? No problem. Probably you call that chivalry. But that's the type of man that probably gets upset and now he's got a domestic violence case. To use an example. Because reason he's holding the door is because he's hiding something. Me, I'm not holding the door every time. I'm not gonna hit no women. I'm a fighter, but I'm not gonna hold the door every time for you. But if I was a reoffender of domestic violence, I would hold the door for you. You get what I'm saying? It's weird, but women will be like, "Oh, he's such a sweet man," and then bam, he's bad because he doesn't hold the door. This is just a weird world we live in, a weird cycle. Um, Instagram has really messed it up because women think they got options in DMs. So you could be a hard man working. You got what you wanted, Dems. You could be a hard man working, and you know what your girl doing? DMing another dude. What? What? And what's up with women since we're on it? They respect their bosses more than they respect their men. Because if their boss says, hey, go over there, they hee. But if a man says, hey, can you go over there? Oh, you're turning the boss around, it's 20. You know what I'm saying? Times have changed. But I want to stay away from that. I love all my female fans. But when I have a girl, they don't want me to have no female fans. It's crazy. It's crazy. Ask me a question, Dems, because I'm talking too much.
So being a gentleman is, pretty much a noble thing, not necessarily like a cover for what I say dirty behavior. But what's your take on being well balanced, like being that gentleman, but still being an authentic person?
Well, yes, there's nothing wrong with being. Here's my problem. Let's say that you're an authentic person, you're a good guy. How stupid you gonna feel when that girl cheats on you with three other guys that aren't as sweet and as nice as you? Whew, that's gotta stink because I see it all the time, especially in my lifestyle. Um, and I was just giving you an example. Like for example, you're not gonna come out and say, "Oh, I hit women," or I'm a predator. No, you're gonna hide it. My point is, the world we live in, it's like a kid. So women's gonna hate me. You could give a kid $1 or $100. You're not gonna know the difference. He'll probably fight you to hold on to the dollar. You're like, no, take the $100. Well, what I mean by women will be like, oh, he's got a rented car and fake chains. He's a real man. But then we got real men out there working at Burger King or McDonald's trying to do something with their lives or Target or moving on up. I mean, just really trying to be a man. Women don't give them credit. That's all I'm saying. You get what I'm saying? Whether it be they fall for the fake Jane or for the fake nice guy act, or let's say the guy's being a gentleman. He bought you flowers and held door, but he's got a wife. Well, I don't even think women care at this time. That's what I meant. But no, and remember, you're over there and I'm here in Miami. So my mentality is Miami, not over there. You guys got the amazing women. I need to go over there and meet one so I can hold the door. But when I'm at the gym training or I go to work, I don't need to think that, something's going on behind my back. And think about it. I'm Bam Bam. And it happened to me. It happened to Scottie Pippen, Elon Musk. It happened to Michael Jordan. If these millionaires can't keep their women happy, what makes me think I could keep a woman happy? If I couldn't keep my own baby mother happy, supposedly, how can I keep somebody else's baby mother happy? You got what you wanted, Dems. I gave it to you, the real, the raw, the organic. But at the end of the day, I'm still a romance kid looking for puppy love. We all want love. It's just, it's tough. It's tough. It's tough in Miami. Maybe if I leave, maybe if I leave Miami, but I don't know how to make money anywhere else.
Oh wow. Hopeless romantic. You probably
Hopeless
are.
romantic. That was it. That's the way to put it.
It's incredible. A lot of drama. Love comes with a lot of drama. But when it comes to people working well together, there are a lot of values that need to align between people for them to have a long-term, a long-lasting relationship. And for me, it really hurts me when I scroll through the internet nowadays and see what a lot of women say, a lot of ladies acting entitled, putting out false narratives about what relationships and love should be. It's very, very concerning.
Let
But
me
they
ask
say
you this,
charity
Dennis. For
begins at
example,
home.
if a man likes a photo of a girl in a bikini, right? And we're talking about Instagram, just push a button, it's a problem. No problem. She'll say it's a problem that you liked a photo of another girl in a bikini, okay. But she'll go on the internet and put a picture of herself on a bikini, in a bikini. What? What the hell is going on? So you're mad I liked a girl in a bikini photo because she's showing off her body? Disgusting. But you just went and showed a picture, but the guy's like, that's, you understand what I'm saying? This shit don't make no sense. Straight up. And another thing, if you got operated, your tits, your butt, anything, and you didn't work hard like this for your body, we ain't on the same level. And I don't even care. Like, let's be honest, they think they're better than a lot of men. And they be dogging men. And I stand up for men. Because I know it. Because when I work security at nights and I'm standing there like this, because hey, gotta do what you gotta do. These women look at this security guard. As soon as they find out like I'm Bam Bam, their attitude change. And then sometimes the attitude don't change. But that's women.
Whoa. I was talking about charity beginning at home, right? Because a lot of these people who are keyboard warriors, who go out there, put out content is cor- that is corrupt, basically, is corrupting, the younger generation, the upcoming generation, and that is that is concerning. But you have a daughter, right? What would you
Yes.
say, or what would you advise, parents in this generation? We are the millennials, and we have a responsibility to guide the Gen Z and the Gen Alpha in the right direction. What are the values you personally are trying to instill in your daughter to ensure that she doesn't turn out like the women you don't like in this generation?
That's a great question. And now, man, the problem is with Instagram and social media and TikToks, and they're seeing anything. Like, for example, I try, but my daughter, when she's with the mother, you know how women, whatever, like, they're the ones raising these kids sometimes. So if, like, we're men, we're looking out for everything. Women are just, ah. I try to install sports into my daughter's life, martial arts and stuff. But I get I don't get help on that. Like it's not important. Um, because I guess because I'm involved in combat sports. But my point is, I try to tell my daughter be what she want to be, but everybody's on the phone 24/7. Everybody's getting their opinion, or they think they're more important. Kids are depressed in fifth grade because people don't let them play their TikTok or their Roblox or all these ridiculous games. Like I just try to tell my daughter stay in school, study hard, and train, and roll with the punches because I don't know what they're watching. Like you don't, it's you even try, but 24/7, you don't know what they're watching. They're. My daughter rather call her friends than call me. I know that's regular, but like to talk about nothing. They watch games of people playing games. They're not even playing the game. It's weird. It's weird. But I try to install martial arts, and like I said, being the best dad I can is a possibility is an everyday battle, and I'm trying to do the best I can.
Wow.
But women do need their
I
fathers
appreciate.
though, and sometimes women don't give a damn that a daughter needs their father. You know, it's this, but we're all going through it. So I'm just speaking for all of us.
mm, I appreciate the martial arts side of things because personally, I can say that to a very large extent, practicing martial arts as a younger individual did help to instill discipline, determination, persistence in myself. So, martial arts is really, really a good way to train a kid. You know, it also instills respect as well into an
Yeah, of
individual.
course. Yeah, yes, yes.
But let's talk about values. Let's talk about values. We keep talking about things we don't like that we see on the internet, right? So I'm going to pick your brain on this. What are the values that you see in individuals on the internet that would make you respect them versus what you see online that is a turnoff for you?
Think about online, it's not the real world. You know, anybody could make it look a certain way. Like values, they come from within. To just be a good person, all those things. The lines get blurred because when you start trying to make money, sometimes you got to step on toes. It's a crazy world. But we talk about values. Like when I look online, half of the people, alpha male gurus, they full of shit too. They're full of shit. So I don't really look at nobody's Instagram and be like, oh, I like I don't believe half of what they do because they could be trying to scam you and con you too. You get me? But what I don't like, I mean, it's like from the men's perspective or from the women's perspective of values, just so I can answer the question.
Both sides, both sides. Like, definitely, we keep talking about things we don't like, but there are certain things you would see in individuals that you like. There are certain people you
Oh, I'm
respect.
not even gonna lie. I only look at my own Instagram to stay focused. Like, oh man, you look good. You better not eat. You look sloppy there. You better fight better because I don't believe half of what I see and then less of what I hear. But yeah, there's guys pushing, I mean, what, the Andrew Tates of the world. Yeah, I like their narratives, but then you got guys like Wes Watson. I don't know if you heard of him. Like, he claims to be some alpha male. He wouldn't last 2 minutes in here with me. But I mean, I don't know if you know, but he says he's 6 feet. He got arrested. It showed he's 5'8". But these are people there's people that look up to him. You get me? Like, to me, they're all bozos, and I'll beat the shit out of all of them. But some people might think he's better than me because he has two Lambos rented. Good for him. So it's hard. I don't really look at too many people Instagram. I look at my dad, and I see how he lived and how he raised me and my brother, and that's a man that I value. And I know when he's happy with what I'm doing things in the right direction, and sometimes I'm not because, like I told you many times, fighting is a hobby. If I don't make no money, it's a hobby. I've almost retired 17 times in the last 17 months. Fighters pull out. I don't get paid. It's so I look at my dad to see values. I don't look on the internet to see anything to motivate me because I don't believe him anyways. You get what I'm saying? Like, for example, you can hit the bag for 13 seconds. Then you stop the camera and you're like, ooh, ooh. That doesn't motivate me. You get what I'm saying? Why are you recording yourself giving money back to the homeless? That doesn't motivate me. Just do it. Stuff like that. So no, I don't really look to the internet for motivations.
You were talking about, things that you like. You definitely don't believe what you see on the internet. And of course, you talked about things you don't like. What advice would you give to the younger generation, as that big brother before you let you go?
Make sure y'all follow my YouTube. It's Bambam Brawl, so you can see the young fighters coming up fighting on my platform. Cause like Conor McGregor got BKFC, Mike Perry got Dirty Boxing, Bam Bam got Bam Bam Brawls. They mad at a guy for trying. They mad because I got entrepreneur vision. I don't know why they mad. They should worry about themselves. So if I had a piece of advice, look in the mirror, worry about yourself, keep your hands up and your chin down. Life is a fight. Keep fighting and roll with the punches. That's what I got for them.
Wow. Wow. Those are great lines. Thank you very, very much for
Hey,
sharing your time
thank you so much,
today.
Dems. I'm sorry I
Love
didn't
and
charge my phone
respect.
enough.
Love and respect.
I, hey, I
No
love
worries,
you and I
brother.
love everybody over there. And this is probably going to be our best podcast. Dirty Boxing, I'm going to finish Paulie by elbow. God bless you. God bless everybody tuning in.
Okay, wow. And of course, wishing you the very best in your next fight. From me, it is love and respect to everybody. If you have seen this episode so far, go like, go subscribe, share, and God bless you guys.
God bless. Hey, I appreciate you. Bella, I love you.